You know what I want to talk about? Those RPG blind spots. Those incredible games that somehow slip through the cracks of the recommendation algorithms, YouTube coverage, and gaming discourse. Today, I'm shining a spotlight on 17 role-playing experiences that deserve way more attention than they're getting. And these aren't your technically indie, but everyone knows them titles either. I'm diving deep into the truly overlooked territory. Games so underappreciated that mentioning them in conversation usually gets you blank stares rather than knowing nods. What makes this collection special is the sheer variety. Whether you're into atmospheric narrative adventures, hardcore tactical combat, unique progression systems, or innovative world building, I found stellar examples that have been criminally ignored by the mainstream. Each one offers something genuinely fresh in a genre often criticized for playing it safe. So, prepare to expand your wish list as we explore the RPG road less traveled. Let's jump in. First up is Kowloon's Cursed Lost Report, a standalone prequel set in a surreal world inspired by Kowloon's walled city. You play as Tony, a henchman to a mafia group headed by the enigmatic figure called the Inspector. Navigating through this nightmarish world with turn-based combat inspired by Japanese dungeon crawlers from the late 1990s. The game features a surreal city where both humans and non-human entities coexist, with intriguing combat options like using cigarettes against enemies, employing philosophical arguments, or offering beer to smooth things over. The visual style is distinctly retro, drawing from the Dreamcast and PS1 eras to create a mesmerizing yet morbid atmosphere. If you're looking for something that blends psychological elements with compelling turn-based combat in a unique setting, Kowloon's Cursed Lost Report delivers an experience you just won't find anywhere else.
To admit, Pirate, sometimes I envy your devotion for chaos.
Next, we have Rum Gun, a game that combines fast-paced shooter action with ARPG loot and character building, taking you on a journey across the Indian Ocean to uncover the secrets of the drunken god and become a legendary pirate captain. What makes this game special is its pirate-themed gameplay mechanics. Instead of traditional potions, you'll drink rum for health, boost morale by playing music instruments, gamble your gold and liar's dice, and engage in naval combat. The looting system is also extensive, with 33 hat fashions, 30 weapon types, and 15 species of pets to collect. Remarkably, the game was developed by a single person, which makes its quality and depth even more impressive. If you're looking for a unique take on the ARPG genre with genuine pirate flair, Rum Gun delivers that swashbuckling adventure in spades. Moving on to Clash, Artifacts of Chaos, a stunningly bizarre action RPG set in the fantasy world of Xenozoic, where you play as a martial artist named Pseudo, who becomes the bodyguard of a small creature with healing powers desired by the tyrant Gemini. What truly sets this game apart is its unique visual style and combat system. The game uses a cross-hatch rendering filter that gives it a hand-painted pencil style. And instead of traditional RPG weapons, you use various battle stances that you can switch between, such as lightning fast attacks, slower but more powerful blows, or long-range options. Another fascinating feature is the Ritual, a dice game that precedes combat against intelligent beings and grants tactical advantages to the winner. If you're tired of fantasy RPGs that all look the same, Clash Artifacts of Chaos offers something genuinely fresh and wonderfully weird. Escape from Ever After Onboarding takes the RPG genre in a completely unexpected direction. This free standalone RPG is inspired by classic Paper Mario games, where a greedy megacorp from the real world is taking over fairy tales for their cheap labor. You play as Flint, a legendary knight who teams up with his former nemesis Tinder, a fire-breathing dragon to take down Ever After Inc. from the inside. In this adventure, you'll enter a twisted version of the Three Little Pigs, where the pigs have been contracted by Ever After Inc. to bulldoze the forest and build condos made from straws, sticks, and brick. The game features turn-based gameplay with perfectly timed action commands that allow you to finish off foes with style, plus an assortment of items, badges, and partners to keep things interesting. If you enjoy satirical takes on corporate culture combined with charming RPG mechanics, this is absolutely worth your time. If you're a fan of music-themed RPGs, you absolutely need to check out Deathbulge Battle of the Bands. This party-based RPG is about a three-piece band of dysfunctional friends who, upon signing up to a perfectly normal Battle of the Bands contest, becomes cursed with an unusual power. The combat system is what makes this game really unique. It features turn-based musical battles with an indicator moving through a bar showing the character's current position in the turn order, where buffs and debuffs are applied to the bar itself rather than to each character. This creates a never-before-seen blend of turn-based and real-time combat, where what happens between turns is just as action-packed as the turns themselves. The game reminds players of Double Fine classics like Costume Quest, with its funny, shouty characters and a story that blends humor with heart. With 9 musically themed classes to choose from, each with their own attacks, perks, and cool outfits, this rock-solid RPG experience deserves way more attention. Next, we have Judero, an action-adventure game inspired by the rich folk history of the Scottish borders, where you play as Judero, a Celt who can establish a rapport with the nature around him. What makes Judero special is its extraordinary art style. All of the assets in the game were physically handcrafted and animated via stop-motion techniques before being placed into the game. The result looks like claymation characters that are unsettling but not unpleasant. Ugly cute, and moving in that off-putting, jerky way. The gameplay features melee combat against enemies with the ability to use magic to temporarily possess and take control of those enemies, which is often linked to puzzles for the player to surpass. If you're looking for a game with an utterly distinctive visual identity and gameplay that blends combat and puzzles in interesting ways, Judero is a fever dream worth experiencing. Thirsty Suitors is perhaps the most stylish game on this list. It's a real story-driven game that throws turn-based RPG battles, skating, and over-the-top cooking mechanics together in a spicy fusion. This isn't a dating sim. It's a breakup simulator where you battle your exes, disappoint your parents, and find yourself. You play as Jala, returning to her hometown for her sister's wedding, who must confront her exes in cinematic turn-based battle sequences where you can take advantage of upgrades, special abilities, and a unique mood system that lets you exploit their vulnerabilities. You can flirt with opponents to weaken them or enrage them by changing their thirsty mood. Between these emotional confrontations, you'll be skateboarding across town and engaging in spectacular cooking mini-games, using the language of food as you attempt to reconcile with your parents by preparing mouth-watering South Asian-inspired cuisine. If you're looking for an RPG that deals with more personal, relatable issues rather than saving the world, Thirsty Suitor delivers that with incredible style. For fans of darker, more atmospheric RPGs, Dark PGT offers a hauntingly beautiful experience. This is a Souls-like game set in an alternate universe future of the USSR, where you play as an alcoholic schizophrenic experiencing psychological disorders and hallucinations who travels to a village in 2030 to unravel its secrets. Yeah, it's a lot. What makes Dark PGT stand out is its extremely difficult and unique approach to character development. There's a complete lack of character upgrading. Only you, your sword, and combat experience will decide everything on the battlefield. As the developers warn you, the enemies are ruthless and your end is near. The game's blurred line between reality and madness creates an unpredictable and chaotic gaming experience, where enemies may be mere figments of imagination, and the surrounding world becomes one vast, illusory labyrinth. If you're looking for a challenging psychological twist on the Souls-like formula, Dark PGT is a fever dream of madness that will test your sanity and skill. If Thirsty Suitors was our most stylish RPG, then Affogato is quite possibly the coziest RPG on the list. An RPG featuring a unique reverse tower defense mechanic where you play as a sorceress managing a cafe in Aurora, meeting customers from all walks of life and traveling into their minds to help them defeat their inner demons. The game's dual nature is its greatest strength. It features a hybrid card battler by a reverse tower defense system to fight against their inner demons. This creates a perfect counterbalance between relaxing cafe management and more tense battle sequences. The game has been compared to Dave the Diver and Slay the Spire, combining management elements with deck building in a way that feels fresh and engaging. If you enjoy cozy games with surprising depth and a touch of magical whimsy, Affogato might just be your perfect game. Now, for those seeking an epic mythology-inspired RPG, Fatermyth delivers in spades. This is an RPG that combines tabletop role-playing and adventure where the storylines of 7 characters from different eras intertwine, depicting an epic of human heroes. What sets Fatermyth apart is its unique battle system. The strategic battles with dice and skills add more challenges to the adventure, creating a perfect blend of luck and strategy. Each character in the game possesses a unique combat style, and as you level up, you can choose higher level skills to enhance your abilities. The game is steeped in mythology, but with a fresh twist. In this world, wizards are not charlatans who perform tricks, but the pioneers of matriarchal human tribes. If you're looking for an RPG with engaging characters, strategic dice-based combat, and a rich mythological setting, Fatermyth offers a legendary experience you won't soon forget. Ghostlore bills itself as an East Punk action RPG where you fight supernatural monsters from Southeast Asian folklore, featuring detailed item and character customization systems, procedurally generated maps, and 90s retro graphics. The game's setting and enemies make it truly unique. The bloodthirsty Penanangal is a gruesome creature with origins in Malay folklore, comprised of nothing more than a disembodied head and dangling entrails. There's also an Indonesian myth that tells of sorcerers who sacrifice their humanity in order to become boar demons. Stories from the maritime region of Southeast Asia are full of all manner of nightmarish, horrifying creatures. With developers from Singapore who wanted to represent Southeast Asian culture in the specific time frame of the first half of the 90s, the game offers a refreshing take on the ARPG genre. If you're looking for an isometric action RPG that breaks away from typical Western fantasy tropes, Ghostlore offers a culturally rich experience with creatures you've likely never encountered in a game before. Lake Minnewaska is one of the more unconventional RPGs on the list. A narrative-driven first-person fishing game where you fish, explore, and uncover the secrets of the lake as you guide Sosa's journey in becoming a better father. The game combines fishing mechanics with a touching narrative. You join Sosa on his quest to reconnect with his family as he learns more about his daughter Rue, while uncovering the mystical secrets of the lake. The fishing system is both relaxing and challenging as you search for the correct fishing hole based on clues and then fight to reel in your catch. The environments are diverse and visually striking, from lush forests to stormy waters, all accompanied by a jazzy soundtrack that enhances the atmosphere. If you enjoy narrative games with a unique twist, this one offers a fishing adventure that's as much about emotional growth as it is about catching the big one.
Got it. I'll throw this guy back.
Next up is Muffles' Life Sentence, a dark, quirky RPG set in a prison where inmates are remade to match their crimes. You play as Muffles, a faceless inmate with no idea how they ended up in prison, whose mouth has been sewn shut by the prison surgeons. The prison setting creates a naturally contained RPG environment, with different cell blocks serving as district zones with their own challenges and characters. The game features unlockable faces to swap identities and gain new abilities, deck-building card combat without grinding or random encounters, and a colorful cast of absurd criminal monsters. If you're looking for an RPG that balances dark humor with genuinely thoughtful storytelling, Muffles' Life Sentence is a criminally overlooked gem that deserves your attention. With one of the more accurate titles, we have Weird and Unfortunate Things Are Happening, which delivers exactly what it promises. An RPG where you play as Alicia Copeland, a psychic who must find her way inside the erased city of Daybreak, which has disappeared off the face of the earth and is now full of monsters and mysterious forgotten deities who call themselves evocations. The combat system deserves special mention for how it incorporates psychological elements. This is a turn-based RPG with a survival edge where you must scrounge the ruined city for restorative items, monies, and obols, which is special currency used to buy skills, and also rare collectibles. You'll need to strategize your attacks against 8 different types of foes and figure out the mysterious unknowns, whose strengths and weaknesses are hidden from you. The exploration has been compared to Yume Nikki style wandering, but with RPG mechanics, creating a perfect marriage between abstract horror and traditional RPG systems. If you've ever wanted a game that feels like Earthbound crossed with Silent Hill, this is absolutely worth your time. Keep Driving reimagines the RPG as a road trip in the early 2000s. This is a management RPG about slowly making your way through a procedurally generated pixel art open world where you pick up hitchhikers with their own personalities and stories while also upgrading, customizing, and repairing your car. What makes Keep Driving special is its unique turn-based approach to road challenges. You solve situations on the road using a distinctive turn-based combat system, using your own skills and whatever's lying around in the glove box to make it through. The game features multiple endings, with each taking about 1 to 4 hours to complete, encouraging you to see what happens if you follow a different path. The nostalgia-inducing pixel art and atmosphere create a compelling setting for your journey. The game was developed by an indie studio based in Sweden and was inspired by the Oregon Trail, FTL, 2-Lane Blacktop, Paris, Texas, Jalopy, Gloomhaven, the Seventh Continent, and the developers' own lives. If you're looking for an RPG that completely rethinks the genre's conventions with a focus on the journey rather than the destination, Keep Driving offers a road worth traveling.
I'm in the grave, I'm on a roll at the cemetery, go, go, go.
Charlie Murder is a punk rock action RPG that I never knew I needed. This is an action role-playing beat-em-up where you play as members of the garage punk band Charlie Murder, who fight a demonic army raised by a former band member in an attempt to save the world from the apocalypse. The game features both single-player and 4-player online and offline cooperative modes. What makes Charlie Murder stand out is its deep commitment to the punk rock theme. The hand-drawn visuals and great soundtrack perfectly capture the gritty DIY ethos of punk culture. If you're looking for an action RPG with attitude and a distinct voice, Charlie Murder deserves way more recognition than it's gotten. Finally, we have Small Saga, a charming RPG set beneath the streets of London, where you find the medieval kingdom of rats, mice, moles, squirrels, and shrews known as Rodentia. You play as Verm, a mouse whose tail was stolen by the yellow god of death, and now he must fight all manner of beasts and titans on his quest to get it back. The unique setting allows for a traditional fantasy structure with a refreshing twist as everyday objects become monumental challenges. A puddle becomes an impassable lake. A house cat transforms into a terrifying dragon. The game features strategic, turn-based combat and a colorful cast of misfit rodents, including a swashbuckling water vole, a pious lab rat, and a poetry-spewing kraken. If you're looking for an RPG that will remind you why you fell in love with the genre in the first place, Small Saga delivers that perfect blend of familiar comfort and innovative ideas. And there you have it. 17 incredible RPGs that have somehow remained hidden gems despite their quality. If you enjoyed this video and want more recommendations for games that deserve more attention, hit subscribe and check out my other videos highlighting overlooked indies. Let me know in the comments which of these games caught your interest the most, and if there are any hidden gem RPGs I should cover in a future video. Or hey, maybe there's another genre you would like to hear some hidden gem video games on. If so, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.